I started playing tennis at 45 back in March 2026, so I'm about 7 weeks in now, and honestly I didn't expect it to take over like this. I've done a lot of things over the years: football at school, gym on and off, even marathons and ultra marathons, so I've always had something physical to focus on, but this feels different. It feels like starting again, and I think that's what's pulled me in, because I'm not good yet, not even close. And I think that's part of it. There's something about learning something from scratch again, figuring it out, getting things wrong, slowly improving, and that just gets under the skin a bit. And I didn't expect tennis to be the thing that did that, but it has. So this is me, week 7, just trying to get better, using the Pongbot Pace S Pro, working on the basics and seeing where it goes. So I think I've started to realise something that's probably been there the whole time. How easy is it to get carried away when you start something new? Because when I first got the Pongbot, I'll be honest, I wanted to try every drill, all the drills, all different patterns, just do everything. And it felt good at the time, like I was progressing, like I was doing more, but then I started thinking, am I actually getting better, or just doing things? Because they're not the same. And I think this week something shifted a bit. I came down to David Lloyd's at Sunderland, set everything up, but instead of trying loads of different things, I just stayed on one, forehands, just that. Same side, same shot, over and over again. And at first it felt almost too simple, like I should be doing more, like I was missing something. And I kept catching myself wanting to change it, add something, make it harder, but I didn't. I just stayed with it, and it's strange because the longer I stayed with it, the more I started to notice. Not big changes, nothing dramatic, just simple things. Like how early I was getting set, how much time I actually had when I wasn't rushing, how different the shot felt when I didn't try and force it. And I think that's the bit I've been missing, because up until now I've been chasing improvement, trying to speed it up, trying to feel like I'm progressing every session. And maybe that's not how this works. Maybe it's not about doing more, maybe it's about doing less, but better. And I keep coming back to this idea. Why do we rush the basics? Because in everything else I've done, running, gym, long hikes, the basics are the things you rely on. You don't skip them, you build on them. But with tennis I tried to jump ahead a bit, and I didn't even realise I was doing it, because it feels more interesting to try new things. It feels like progress, but is it? Or is it just a distraction? I don't really have the answer yet, but I do know this felt different, just staying on forehands, repeating the same shot with the Pongbot, letting it come to me again and again, and actually paying attention to what was happening. Not trying to fix everything, just noticing. And I think that's where something started to click. Not in a big way, but enough to feel there's something there, and I didn't expect that from doing less. I thought doing more would get me there quicker, but maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's slowing down, staying with one thing, and trusting it builds over time. Because I'm only 7 weeks in, and I think sometimes I forget that. I expect to feel better sooner, more consistent sooner. But why would they? I'm starting from zero, and I think that's a bit I'm trying to get comfortable with. Just being where I am, not rushing it, not forcing it, just building something properly. And I don't know how long that takes. I don't know when it starts to feel natural, but I think I'm starting to understand it might happen, and it's probably not how I thought. So maybe that's the focus now. Keep it simple, keep showing up, keep working on the basics, even when it feels like you should be doing more, because maybe that's actually how to move forward. And I think that's what I'll stick with. And the not knowing is why I'm making these videos. Not because I've got it figured out, because I clearly haven't, but because I want to see what actually happens if you start something properly at this age. Because I generally think a lot of people at 40 probably feel the window's closed. You've missed your chance to start something new, to get good at something. But I don't think that's true. If anything, I think it might be the best time to do it, because you notice it more, you appreciate the small improvements more, and you're not doing it for anyone else. You're doing it because you want to, and I think that matters. This is just me documenting it, the good bits, the frustrating bits, the slow progress, and just seeing how far it can go. So if you've ever thought about picking something up, Let me know in the comments and follow along and see where this journey takes me, and see if it can take you somewhere too.